Hello YouTube, into the bedroom here. Your guitar junkie. Little test today. Which direction am I going? That way or this way? Thumbnail. So turn the room around again. And what I mean by that is not actually the room, but the light, the camera stand, my pedal board. When I had it over here, with this coming this way, my vocals were very loud to speak, which is a good thing. But when I played, it was very low. And it sounded equal to where I was at the time, but the mic on the phone wasn't picking that up. So I did a quick little sound check with my 59 Greeny Moore with no light on, just on the stand with the amps behind me, and I think it sounded better. You tell me. So I took my Fender Princeton out of there and I put my little Line 6 back there that I use for my backing tracks and face everything this way. So I thought that was a better background photo with the guitars hanging on the wall and Gary Moore photos. So, and I do have some Eddie Van Halen photos to put in some frames and probably hang one or two, one behind me, one maybe over here somewhere, and put one in my living room under my Hendrix and my Gary Moore photos. So yeah, I went through the lights. There were other settings that looked better, but it was so bright I couldn't even look at it. And then even when I'm wearing the bill of the hat, tilt it down so that I could see, I'm not blinded, looking at the neck of the guitar, they were just really like blinding me. And I do have, that's how close I can reach over and touch it, so it's fairly close. So yeah, let's do a sound check and see what happens. And I'll see if I need to turn up the volume of that. Yeah, so yeah, let's see what happens. Tell me what you think. I think maybe the sound is better this way, because I don't speak too loud, and you know, I tried the double mic thing, and unless I put a mic on the amp and the backing track and then on me, they still don't sound right. This is right from the phone. There's no, special configuration, wizardry going on here. Right out of the phone, right through my pedal board, out of my amp, coming to you. In your phone or headphones or TV speakers. Yeah. And that's about it, really. So I did go back to Hank's Guitar Shop and play. And I went against my better judgment, and I went back there and I just played 3 songs clean. And when I mean clean, I mean really, I just had my 3 delays on. And no, I didn't even, I just brought my Charvel Sunburn Pro Mod San Dimas and plugged right into their PA. And if you saw the video, it's really terrible. The bass is cranked up, the tone is cranked down, the reverb is on 10, and really hard to hear. I had people standing in front of the camera, and I had so much chatter. I think when I go back there, if I do sing my songs and perform, I think I'm just gonna ask politely if they can keep the chatter down so it doesn't distract me. Just for those, couple of songs. And then rock out. I did that because I kind of felt like I should go along with the flow and do the fun strumming, folk singing, country picking kind of thing that just isn't my bag. And afterwards just didn't get any kind of response. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to come back and I'm going to rock out, because there was one guy there that's been there almost every time I went, that when I showed up with just my guitar and my footstool, this thing that I made, that I rest my foot on. He came right up to me and said, where's your gear? Where's your pedal board? Where's your whole setup? And I said, I'm not going to go in that direction today, because I don't seem to get a warm welcome to my rock music. And he's like, nah, he says, oh, no, don't even worry about it. He says, yeah, he says, you've got a niche for what you do. And, if I want to hear it, I'm sure other people want to hear it. And this is an older guy that just plays acoustic guitar and sings some, old country songs. So I was then said, yeah, you know what? Rip up my shirt and show my, bean on my chest or something like Superman. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I do plan on going back, and when I do, again, I'll record it off my phone, like the last video, and see how it goes, and see what kind of reception I get. The reason why I really didn't do it is because I allowed one person to kind of tell me this isn't, the kind of place for that kind of music. And it kind of bummed me out. So, I don't hold any grudges. But, again, I think of everyone else that I've known, or people I've looked up to, where they said, I'm going to go and play what I want to play, whether they like it or not. And if they don't like it, too bad. And if I get one person out of the audience that does, then that's a plus. And I have to go with one of my best friends' suggestions, where he's a professional musician, and he's done things more than me. He's done things I haven't done anything, let's put it that way. He's played at places and gone here and there that I've never, I just play in a bedroom and jam out with my band at parties and beaches and car shows back on Long Island. And he said, when you go up to play, you have to have the attitude that you're the baddest mother effer in the room. And go up there and say, no matter, even if it is someone that just went on before you and played really good, in your head you got to say, I'm going to defeat that person You know, I'm gonna play better than them. And my wife doesn't agree with that. She's like, I don't think that's that's not nice. And I'm like, but that's what helps people get through that moment. If I'm going up there without my band, and now all of a sudden, because I don't have two more people with me, a bass player and a drummer, and my confidence level is down to 1, you know, as opposed to 10, then yeah, I need to do something to psych me out, psych me up, psych me out, psych me out, to psych myself out, to get to play, and not worry about, you know, anyone in the room and what they're gonna think about what I'm doing. You think when Hendrix was, you know, playing the guitar with his teeth and getting feedback and using a wah-wah pedal and then, you know, smashing guitar, putting it, you know, lighting it on fire. You think he cared? You think Metallica cared when they went and they played their songs and you know, people were like yelling out, play a cover tune, and they're like playing their own stuff? And yeah, so that's, sadly enough, the mentality. That's what you gotta set forth in your mind in order to do it. So that's all I got to say about that. Forrest Gump. Listen to my guitar. So let me know what you think. You know, does it sound better? Does it look better? You know, I really think the angle with this wall behind me was way better, but you know, gotta sacrifice, you know, what it looks like for sound, because a lot of people, they listen with their eyes, like, you know, my buddy would say, listen with your ears. That's why he says, I call you all the time and run things by you, because you listen with your ears, you don't listen with your eyes. You don't know, you know, you don't think who I am and what I can do. You know, you're going to say, oh, that's great. And, you know, and that's what he appreciates. And same thing here. As long as it's constructive, you know. I know sometimes I mess up. I know sometimes I don't play right. But, you know, baby steps. I might get there one day. I might. I'm only 64 now. Maybe when I'm 74, that might that might happen if I'm still around. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to work. Adios, amigos. Bye, Dios, muchachos.